afternoon. This is a public service announcement, and this is Sarah. She is my newly diagnosed gestational diabetic mother. I will be educating her on how to use a glucometer. Good afternoon, Sarah.
Hello.
Okay, so you were recently diagnosed with a gestational diabetes. So you were sent by your OBGYN here so that I can educate you on how to use your glucometer. So you will be taking your blood sugar 4 times a day. In the morning when you wake up, that's your fasting glucose. That's before you eat anything. And then in the morning after breakfast, an hour after breakfast, you will check your sugar. After lunch, an hour after lunch, and then dinner, an hour after dinner. Our target goal for your fasting glucose is 90 or less, okay? And for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner is 125 or less, okay? Anything greater than that is an elevation, and that could put the baby and yourself as risk. Yourself for diabetes type 2 diabetes, and for the baby, they could be macrosomic, meaning that they can be very big at birth, which can put you at risk, and also cause hypoglycemia in the neonate too as well. Okay. Do you understand that?
Yes, I've had this before, and my previous baby was like 10 pounds.
Okay. Were you gestational diabetic at that time?
They said I was like borderline, but I think I actually probably was.
Okay. Or due to your labs that they did, your oral glucose tolerance test, the 2-hour test that you took, there was elevations there. So that's why your doctor, your OBGYN, has referred you here to my office. Okay. So you are indeed gestational diabetic with this pregnancy, okay? Mm-hmm. Okay. So first, this will require for you to poke yourself. Are you able to do that?
Yes, I've done this before.
Okay. So you will be doing that 4 times a day, okay? And you actually get to take this kit with you, okay? And you will see me, just depends on how you're doing, on how your levels are. You will see me every 2 weeks, okay? Every week if necessary. Okay, so this is the actual glucometer, okay? And these are your strips. I've already faxed over to the pharmacy the request so I can mail it to you so you won't be having to pick them up. Okay, so you can either turn it on like how you did by pressing the button here, okay? Or another option would be to as well, and you turn it off that way too. Another option would be, and the way you take out these strips is, do you see that there? Mm-hmm. You just put it in here and it'll turn on. And you see that little flashing light? It's asking for a drop of blood. Okay, so that's what that means. So then you would go ahead and get an alcohol swab. At home, you don't have to use an alcohol swab. If you don't have any, you can just wash your hands very well, dry them, and then, you can go ahead and poke yourself. Because you will be having it. So say if you go out to dinner with your husband and, you're there for close to an hour and you have to check your glucose level, then you wouldn't have alcohol swabs there. You can just go to the restroom, wash your hands, and then go ahead and check your glucose that way. So this here has a little cap. This is called a lancet. You go ahead and pull the little plug out, and then you apply to, you don't want to poke yourself here. You want to poke yourself on the outer of your fingers.
The side.
Mm-hmm. And then you go ahead and you poke yourself. Okay, good job. And then you would go ahead and just put a drop of blood on the tip. Okay. And then it will go ahead and read the results. All right. So you are at 110. That is great. Okay. So then you could discard this. I will give you a little, and then it turned off. Did you see that? Mm-hmm. So to turn it on, you would go ahead and press your strip in to turn it on and to turn it off. If you ever have to go back and see what was my sugar, maybe I didn't document it and I'd like to know. Well, then you can scroll up for previous or down if you want to go forward. Great. Okay, and that's how you use this machine. This is the machine you will be using. I will give you a little jar where you can keep these, and when you come and you see me, we can go ahead and discard them for you as well as your syringe.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry, your lancet. Any questions?
No, it looks pretty simple.
Okay, I know you've done this before, so this is fairly something you've already been exposed to. But if you go home and decide you have any questions, you're more than welcome to contact me here at my office on the number that I gave you earlier on my card, or you're always more than welcome to call the number in the back of the machine, and they can go ahead and answer your questions if you have any.
Okay.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you.